right, collectors, so today on the channel we are going to take a look at Gridiron's Gator. Essentially it's a heavily modified version of the Swamp Hound, of the Desert Hound. You'll see what it is. I think it's a highly imaginative, highly innovative, highly, just very smart way of reusing some of these components, and sometimes just, being smart about things on how to produce them. And, Gridiron has done a great job on, putting some of these great products out. It doesn't come like this. Of course, it comes packed in with my mortal enemies, styrofoam peanuts, because they get everywhere. But like I said earlier on my videos, I'd rather have styrofoam peanuts all in here than a broken product. So very well packed. So far received it. I don't have any complaints. Let's unpack it real quick. Here's what you get. And I imagine these are the veins for the Gator and some of the weapons attachments that go to it. So that's very cool. Put that to the side, and we'll do some comparisons with different size vehicles and stuff. This is the, it's funny, it's the not water moccasin Gator. So you also get this, which are some of the additional parts to kind of convert it, to kind of add some style to it. I think you can buy some of these sets though, some of this armor plating already though, for some of the other hounds that are out there. Very smart use of the chassis. It's interesting though, modularity is very cool. I absolutely love how they have a lot of modular parts. That is something that I think has done very well for Gridiron. Continue down that path, because so many of us that collect in this vein love the modularity of being able to swap out, switch out different weapon systems on these vehicles and products they produce. Not only that, him using some of the same chassis is no different than, Hasbro reusing molds, or car companies reusing, the foundation of one car on various other cars. It's not uncommon for some of this stuff to get reused, and this is very innovative the way he did it. So I just like the imagination put into it. So let's pop this out. There should be another piece. Yeah, here's the other piece. We'll take a look at all that in a minute. Is there more in there? No, just a big giant styrofoam thing in there. All right, so we've got these sponsoons, I think. So somebody asked me, so here's a picture of the Gator all put together. But a couple people had commented to me, well, I just can't get over the way these pontoons are on the side of it. How do you explain that to me, it's all about creating your own adventure, right? Or it's easy to explain. You have these special individualized pontoons around the Gator for battle stabilization. It's a super smart computer on board that is able to, individually, because if you start in a battle, you got all these waves and everything going around. Well, these pontoons stabilize the platform so that you can get an accurate shot as possible on the water. I don't know, make up your own shenanigans. That's just what it is in my mind. But all right, so here, let's just crack it open. And you guys should know, I'm not here about the drama and all of that stuff between toy manufacturers. I'm all about the toy, really. Oh, they sealed it in here. It's hermetically sealed. That's funny. The interesting part is that you never get over that Gridiron 3D printed smell. It's all over my house because I have so much of their stuff. Whoop. All right, there we go. Wow, so much of it is already put together for you. I mean, a lot of it is already put together. All right, of course, I think you have the steering wheel here and the center column that are right here. And we'll take a closer look at everything. in just a second. Yeah, ooh, how does this kind of moved funny when I moved it. So here's the deal, and again, I like to be honest in my reviews. Here's what's happening. I truly believe that this is supposed to be glued in here and here to create that hard seam, because I can tell it's a hard seam there and it feels glued. This has not been glued here and here. So what I'm going to do, for better or for worse, I'm going to get some super glue and glue this in. 1 second. It's not a big deal to me. I mean, these are products that are, anyways, they're to me, it's not such a big deal to glue that in, and especially with these niche products that sometimes are kits, right? I get it. It's not, anyways. All right. I guess you're wondering why. As you saw earlier, when I stopped it, and you guys saw that I pointed out strategically what had happened to it. Now, I went back and took a look at the box. Even though it was packaged very nicely with my mortal enemy, the peanuts, I have to show you something. Look at the damage to the side of this box. Now, it was very securely packed and everything. And again, this is, I don't think it's ever happened to me with Gridiron that I've gotten a piece broken from them. It has happened before where there has been not a missing part, a part that they ended up replacing because they knew it was kind of defective. And they, true to their word, they sent me the replacement part for it. And it was for one of those, I forgot what it was called. It was one of those little tank drones or whatever, but they replaced that. Now, I reached out to Gridiron. I sent out a communique, a secure channel communication to Gridiron, and I let them know what had happened. So Gridiron said, well, we got a couple of choices, much to their, credit. They said, we got a few choices of what you could do is, number one, I'll walk you through taking off all of the extra stuff, and we'll send you a completed roll cage once again, and ship us back the old one, the broken one, and then we'll ship you back the completed one. Me being me, I didn't want to do that. I said, what is the best thing to put this thing back together? Because ultimately, look, I don't hold Gridiron to the same staunch or super hardcore standards as I do a multi-billion-dollar conglomerate that's traded on Wall Street like Hasbro, Mattel, or any one of these other gigantic mega companies, right? It's mom and pop shop, and things happen, things break. This is more of an adult collectible. It's more in the line of, would I let my 8-year-old nephew play with this versus would I let my 8-year-old nephew play with the Awe Striker that Hasbro put out? This is more of an adult collectible. The Awe Striker, that's a vacuum molded, piece of plastic that might be able to take, is capable of taking more of a beating. Anyways, he walked me through a little bit of this, put it in here and here. Now, I could have just adhered this piece and then slipped this piece in, but I'm never going to remove this piece from this vehicle or this watercraft. So I was like, I'm just going to glue this whole area right here together, and you'll see it. It doesn't make a difference to me. But yeah, again, much to their credit, they were going to go ahead and redo the thing, but I was like, I used to build models as a kid. I did a lot of Warhammer model building when, earlier in my life. So I was like, and I mean, not to brag, I was in the White Dwarf magazine a few times, but I guess I am bragging. But anyways, so I'm I'm an expert, not an expert. I'm a pretty good modeler. So I just put it back together. Anyways, let's keep going. That's enough of that. I finished my coffee. I washed out my mug, Glued this together, set it on top of here for some weight. Black Rifle Coffee. Some of the best coffee in the world. My favorite veteran-owned coffee company. Anyways, let's get back to it. Let's see. What's next? Oh, you know what? Let me just show you what the doors do. So the doors are kind of suicide doors. So they kind of open this way. And they, you know, just like that. That's basically it. You know, all of the motion has been kept. So, you know, nothing's really changed there. You know, it looks fine to me. All the articulation is back together. So you can't, it's hard to, anyways, let's get a closer look on it. Just so you guys can have a closer look at it. Hey, does this open? I don't think it opens. Oh, snap. It does. You guys can come along for the ride with me as I explore stuff and find stuff. It's just, I love doing this. Now, let's see. I see, it sure does. Look at that. You got a little knob here and the vein on the back moves. So that's pretty cool. What else? Of course, you've got some articulation here for the weapon system. Yeah. There you go. This is where it popped right here. You can still see it if you get really close to it. See it right there? I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but anyways, let me see if I can zoom in a little better on there. There you go. It doesn't make a huge difference to me. My eyes can't even see that great anymore, so from right here, I can't even really tell. Well, my eyes can't tell. Maybe you guys can, but I can't. So, all right. So let's continue to build this thing. Let's go through. I don't know what to put on next. Let's see. I guess we could. This is the simple stuff. Might as well just put this simple stuff on. So this comes with pretty much every hound, and this is just a variation of the hound. So we can put this little, there's the steering wheel for it. Come on, get in there. That just slides right in there, just like that. And then this is the center console for it. And that just goes, well, to me, well, it goes in this way, actually. So there's that. It's in there. Oh, and I'm going to go watch Predator tomorrow, guys. I don't know about y'all, but that Predator movie looks pretty great. Let's start out with this package, I'm thinking. Or should we go with that? Well, we'll find out in a minute. Let's see. Here's this, and I'm pretty sure this just kind of snaps in here, I believe. Just kind of pretty much just snaps in there, right? There we go. Did y'all hear that? Snaps right in. Most of the stuff just snaps right in. So there's that. Very good. Snapped in. I'm going to hold off on this. It's driving me a little batty. So let's go over this. Pretty sure I know where all this goes. Let's see. Yep. So, of course, this is just their, modular system. It just slides right in there. So let's go ahead and just slide this on in here. Pretty simple. There's that. Actually, it might be easier because, oh, there it is. It's just like that, actually. So, yeah, just like that. So there's that. And then, of course, the rocket launchers. Where do these? Look at this. I thought they were over here somewhere. We'll come back to that, I guess. You guys are learning just like I do. Just go through it. All right, so let's go through some of this as well. Next. So here are the rocket launchers. Check this out. See if I can zoom in on them a little better. The rockets are not, they don't come out. But here you go. There you go. Just some canisters there. Let's get this set up in there. So we've got the vanes, the directional vanes for the system here. That, I'm pretty sure. Here, let me show these to you. That, I'm pretty sure they go like this. Pretty sure. We'll find out in a minute. Well, that shows you. Don't pay no attention to me. They go in this way. There's that. There's that. They should slide right in. Should. Maybe from the top and then, all right, hold on, let's see. Oh, there it is. So, from the top and then, kind of feel it. There it is. All right, so there they are. Boom. There you go. Wind vanes, yep. All right, so there's that. Fat part down, this green part out. All right, start getting some more equipment on it. Look at some of these weapons, huh? I don't know where these bombs go. These are gonna be fun. All right, I'm assuming these antennas, I think, go in the back here. I thought that's where I saw them. Is that where I saw them? I'll come back to that. I thought they were over here somewhere. Anyways, you have these two things as well. So you got some cannons up here. Got two antennas. We'll figure out where those go in a little bit. So those are there. You got some bombs over here. Very cool. Let's see. Let's zoom in on that. You got these guys right here. Very nice. Very cool. Then you got these two over here. So I'm assuming, again, that this goes maybe there or maybe, I mean, I guess you could put it in either one, really. Hold on. Let's see. This one feels better up here. So there's that one. I'm probably wrong, but we'll find out later. That one and this one. It just feels right. Yeah, there it goes. There it goes. So I was right. And you've got some grips down here at the bottom for him to be shooting as well. And then these, of course, Oh, you guys see that? I'm sorry. I might have not focused on that. There you go. So these thinner ones were up here at the top, and these will be down here at the bottom. I'm sorry, guys. Camera just didn't focus very well there. Hopefully you're getting this. These go in this hole right here. So I'm assuming. We'll find out in a minute. And they're supposed to be making a little clicky noise when they get in there, though. Find out. All right, let's keep building. I believe I'm 100% right on this, though. It just, I don't know, it's weird how it doesn't want to go, doesn't want to click in, but, you know, as long as it goes in, that's fine. Let's see. I mean, it is what it is. It's, yeah. Seems to be fine. Push it back in there. All right, let's keep going. There are a couple of pieces. I need to find out. Let me see if they're in here. Let's see. Well, oh, that just popped out there by the side, right? Here's the pontoons on the side of it. This, I'm pretty sure fits in here. So I had to heat this up a tiny bit to get it on there. I think I've got it in there all the way. It definitely was tough to get on there, but it's on there. It's on there. So now that this is on there, I believe this should be able to ride on here somewhere. So it fits along the top of this roll cage up here. So you just snap this into here. Leave that there. I mean, I guess it's an optional piece. You can put it on there if you want or not. Let's see. Let's see if this piece fits in there next. So I had to take this off. It's a lot easier to pop this off and do it separately and lock it onto here. Learn from my mistakes. Or, yeah. So there you go. Let me put this back on there on that roll cage. All right, we're back on. There it is. That's what it's supposed to look like. So let's keep going. I'm interested in... Is there something I'm missing? I don't know. I want to see how I put the antennas on. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay, so there's this. Interesting. Am I missing something? What am I missing? I would imagine there is something that goes... What is... I've got everything. 1 second. All right, so I've basically finished putting it together as much as I could. Unfortunately, we've had a couple of, we've had some QC issues, and the QC issues I'm talking about is packing it. When they packed it, right, they forgot the part that goes here that's attached to this back part, which allows you to attach the antennas and the rocket launchers. You've got a couple of missile pods and these two rocket launchers as well. Oh, stop the presses. I just saw that indeed I can't attach those last two little bomblets into the doors over here. Let me show you. See that? They actually fit underneath the door. And yeah, that's how they fit. So pop those out, and now they can be launched, I guess, from the doors there. Probably not the best place to launch missiles from, but I mean, make up your own story. Back to the review. And then there's a missing part here for the shielding of the weapon systems. I mean, I'm going to finish the review because it is, we've got what we've got. I think there's sometimes, companies, they make mistakes. Is it going to dissuade me from ordering from Gridiron? No. I've ordered from them many times and they always make things right. I've contacted them again. They'll probably reach out to me sometime tomorrow. It is the weekend. Maybe they'll reach out to me on, I don't know, Monday. It is what it is. And we'll go from there. Sponsoons are really easy to attach. This was pretty easy to attach. I had to pop this off and then attach this before I attach this to here. And one of the biggest things that I would say to you is attach this upper gun, which I had on backwards. But attach this here. Let me get it closer so you guys can see. Attach this upper piece up here correctly. And attach this gun before you attach this. Because if you attach this before this, you're not going to be able to spin it around to the front, and it's not going to work. So, yeah, that's. I think it looks great. I wish I could show you what it looked like with those added to it, but unfortunately, I can't do that. But like I said, is it going to dissuade me from ordering from them anymore? No, I'm not a big water fan, like a boat fan. But when I saw this this water vehicle, I mean, it looks fantastic. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It looks great. Everything else works amazingly. Whoop, whoop. Might have to push that down a little bit. Everything else works great. It's just that, yeah. Oh, there it goes. Come here, you. Get in there. There you go. Then it kind of slides right back in there. But yeah, I kind of disappointed in that, but it is what it is. Let me do some size comparisons with it to see how it compares. I mean, it's basically a jungle hound, but let's put some different vehicles next to it to see what it looks like. Yeah, let's go do that. All right, here we go. As always, I've switched to a 1-to-1 scale, so there is no distortion of the scale, where as little as possible. We're going to size it up against a gridironed out Stinger and the ubiquitous, the must-have HasLab Hiss next to it. So this is what it looks. You know what? And I absolutely love that Halloween boy figure. It's ridiculous. Look at that guy. He's ridiculous, but in like a really cool way. I don't even know. And usually for me, I'm not down with those bright colors because they're antithesis of what, but it looks great next to that, water moccasin, not water moccasin gator. It looks just, I don't know what it is about it, but I really like the way that Halloween boy pops. Anyways, looking from the top down, this is what it looks like. There you go. I hope you guys getting a good view there. From the side profile, as far as how tall, that's what it looks like there. So let me see. Let me get one more vehicle up here and we'll go from there. And finally, a little tiger paw, customized tiger paw that I made a while back. There you go from the top. and then from the front. So guys, that's it. Again, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed. I don't blame Gridiron for this. You guys saw the box. Things get busted in shipping. That's fine. And I didn't even mind putting that back together. And, Gridiron offered to give me this whole cage again just to make it whole. The one thing that I am kind of disappointed about is that we didn't get the extra pieces that go on here and here to allow you to do these different configurations with it. So, they're going to send me the extra parts, but just a little disappointed with that. And I said, is it going to dissuade me from buying more Gridiron? Great stuff. Absolutely not. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I really like the Gator, and I'm not a big water vehicle fan, but I think it just bristles with power, and we need a water moccasin type vehicle. And this is just fantastic. Again, what I told you about the sponsoons, remember, these look this way and they have shocks in order to stabilize. The super smart computer aboard the Gator uses these for stabilization when you're firing all the weapon systems to give you the best chance to knock out your enemies. That's why it has these sponsoons on the side. It's super smart. That's what Cobra's been doing, making sure that they can hit those Joes with everything they got on the water. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make up your own story and use your imagination. Appreciate every single one of you. I hope you had fun building this thing with me. Learn from my mistakes and have some fun building it. Don't forget, we've surpassed 4,000 subscribers, and for that I'm giving away some G.I. Joe stuff, classified figures. I'll leave a link in the description, and also just look a few videos back. You'll see it. The winner should be drawn next week sometime, I believe. So go check that out, and go ahead and enter. It's not hard to do. You don't have to tag 15 people on Instagram and then your mother's hamster and then, do the hokey pokey and turn. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Subscribe and then put a little comment below on that video, not this one. And let's have some fun doing it. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you're enjoying the reviews, if you're enjoying my shenanigans, if you're enjoying my hunts, if you're enjoying the news, why not subscribe? What's the worst that can happen? You can end up winning, that giveaway that I'm doing. So, and then when we get to 5K, I promise we'll do another one bigger this time. We'll have some fun doing that. So, as always, special thanks to the members. Their input, generosity, and guidance allow this guy to bring you guys better content. As always, as long as you guys keep watching these shenanigans, I'll keep rolling them out.